At a time that most people are in bed, we're talking about Fulton football. Welcome to another edition of Fulton After Dark here at about 12:45 a.m. on Saturday morning here in the wee small ones. Russell Mays here in the WKCS studio with Fulton head coach Justin Long as the Fulton Falcons win tonight over the Campbell County Cougars 39-3. Coach Long, your first win as head coach. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you. Good night. I think the overall experience was good. You know, I like to see the energy from the guys. I like to see the excitement. Very proud and happy they were able to experience that tonight.
And in a lot of ways, tonight was a big payoff for a lot of work done. And this group has worked extremely hard. Obviously, last week was a big disappointment.
Yeah.
To see it pay off tonight had to feel really good.
Oh, absolutely. You know, the guys were still balled in. You know, we had a pretty solid week of practice. They were challenged on a lot of different ends from myself and Coach Brown, our defensive coordinator. And just to see the buy-in this week to say, hey, guys, you know, we're going to go get this done. You know, tonight's results started on Monday.
You know, it's a situation where getting the bad taste out of your mouth from last week, did the team buy in a little bit more this week after not playing well against Central?
I think so. And I think from a coaching standpoint, we tried to take a little bit off of them, you know, to not maybe be as elaborate and not do, you know, a ton of different things, just get back to the bare bones and the basics. And I think for the most part, you know, we executed well tonight, particularly offensively and defensively.
For you personally, making that first time through the stadium as head coach, running out on the field for the first time, what were the emotions like for you just throughout the day today?
Yeah, just really trying not to put too much into it and trying not to make it about myself. But you know, going down through the stadium, you know, just trying to really just soak it all in, you know. And then once we got to the field, still just soaking it all in and just being appreciative and showing some gratitude there, just kind of in my heart, and just, you know, just thanking God for the opportunity to be here. You know, you think 20 years ago, you know, May of 2004, I graduated from Fulton. You know, so just, you know, just trying not to make it too much about myself, but just really grateful in the moment.
It was just a great night all around for Fulton. Great student section, just a lot of energy. It had to make you smile on the inside just to see so many Fulton people have a great night.
100%, you know, and that's what it's all about. You know, Friday nights can be special, you know, and, you know, it's a community feel, you know, and you want it to be that type of environment for the guys because they work so hard, and you want them to have a good crowd and people come out and support and people come out and, you know, want to just be a part of it, you know. And I think when you can create that buzz and that excitement, it's good for your school, it's good for your community, and it's definitely good for building a program.
The task at hand for the Falcons was to knock off the Campbell County Cougars. Coach, a team that plays basically a wing T style offense, foot to foot. They're going to try to play ball control. It's extremely important to try to get on the board first and make a team like that play from behind. That's exactly what you did as the Falcons got on the board first on a 49-yard touchdown run by Albert Johnson.
Yeah, that was the plan all week. Let's get the ball to Al and let's let him be our guy. I think he had 14 carries tonight. You know, I think he's a guy you got to try to feature. Really impressed with our offensive line. You know, they were challenged a lot this week just to be who we know they can be. Proud with how they handled the, you know, Campbell County gave us a few different looks, but you know, they handled it well. And again, just proud of the way we executed tonight offensively.
Albert Johnson on the game, 14 carries, 132 yards, and 2 touchdowns, and it was really a big bounce-back game for him after a tough night against Central.
Yeah, you know, and probably should have gave it to him more against Central. So, you know, was happy to have that game plan this week, and I think moving forward, you got to get it to him. You got to get it to him.
The Falcons take a 6-0 lead in the football game. They stop Campbell County. They get the ball back and then quickly into the end zone again. Javon Molden hits Derek Smith on a 13-yard touchdown pass, and the Falcons are up 2 scores pretty quickly. That had to be exactly where you wanted to be.
Yeah, was able to get a short field on a good punt return by Derek, and was able to execute. I think that may have been a 3rd down or a 4th down touchdown. So that was good to be able to to be in that situation and come through. I didn't want to. I don't think we wanted to try to kick a field goal there at that time. And again, getting them behind 2 scores was crucial.
And I believe that was a 4th down conversion. And for your quarterback, Javon Molden, it was a good throw in the back corner of the end zone to get the touchdown pass. That's big when your team can convert 3rd and 4th downs.
Oh, 100%. And I really tried to pour confidence in Javon all week and just, hey, just be the guy we know you can be. And I was proud of how much of command he had of the offense tonight. He was definitely our leader and definitely in control tonight.
One of the exciting parts of tonight's game is you unleashed a new kicker, Emmanuel Mosquera, who made the extra point.
Yeah. Listen, I've been so excited to have him at practice this week, and to attempt to communicate with him. I just want to thank Daniel Lopez and Larry Lopez for kind of being my go-between, in-between translator guys. Yeah, he brings a dynamic to our team that definitely needed. He's definitely a weapon. And we're thankful for him, and glad he's a part of our team.
And he's only going to get better in the coming weeks.
Yeah, to think that he's just a sophomore, and there are some hiccups tonight on extra point, and those things we got to get cleaned up. But I think the sky's the limit with him.
And another facet of that is on kickoffs. I believe the first 3 kickoffs he had were touchbacks, and that means you're putting a running offense on the 20-yard line, not giving them good field position.
Yeah, and it's huge. It is huge to who we are and what we're trying to do defensively, and it just makes your whole team better when and then when the offense has to start from the 20-yard line, it's good for us.
The defense tonight did their job. Great job by Coach Brown and the defensive troops as they really kept Campbell County bogged down all night long.
Yeah, Coach Brown talked about our plan Sunday night, and he believed in it, and he believed in our personnel. Was excited to see us kind of get them behind the sticks a few times, 2nd and long, 3rd and long. That was in our favor, and guys just played well. I'm anxious to watch the film to see the guys that were really giving it up. Because it's not a fun offense to go against, and Coach Pemberton is a great coach. So yeah, just proud of the way we handled that. And again, guys make plays. You got to win your one-on-ones when you're playing offensive line and defensive line, and our guys won most of them tonight. And
it seemed like a couple of the smaller guys on the field, Raymond Thomas, Joe Moore, were the guys doing the most flying around all night.
Yeah, and Joe and Raymond were big elements for us tonight. Raymond plays a very physical brand of football, even though he's small in stature. Joe's, is a lot of the same. So, we're going to lean on those guys heavily defensively, and we're going to continue to get better, and hopefully those guys can continue to make plays.
You mentioned Coach Scott Brown, a veteran coach from Mississippi, comes to Tennessee. What does it mean to have someone of his experience and head coaching experience as part of the staff?
Oh man, it is crucial. To be able to sit down with a guy when I get over here and to say, yeah, coach, I've been calling defense for 15, 20 years. I was a head coach for 10 years, and I'm thinking, okay, well, let's get on the board. Let's have some chalk talk. And to have that guy that is seasoned, that has seen it all, done it all, caught it all, understands, loves kids, very, high energy, big motivator. I'm blessed to have him on staff, and we, as a program are blessed to have him, and man, he's been tremendous.
Going back to the touchdown on 4th down, so many times the last few years for a Fulton team, you get a score, you get a chance to go up 2 scores, and it doesn't happen. You find a way, the big punt return by Derek Smith. How big is it just to be able to finish drives? Because that was one of the concerns earlier in the year.
Yeah, well, we talk about the next play mentality, and I know that's cliche and coach speak, but we really do talk about that. And hey, it could be the best play ever, we got to move on. It could be the worst play ever, we got to move on. So for us to be able to say, okay, the punt return was called back, so now what? To be able to find a way to get in the end zone there was huge, especially at that moment in the game. So again, just hats off to our guys for buying into what we're trying to do. And I just want to say this, that I saw something tonight after the game that really stood out to me, and I just want to give these guys a shout out. I saw Noah Lyons on his own little role, his own little aisle of the locker room, picking up trash and making sure his aisle was picked up. And then I saw a few of the seniors. I don't remember everybody, but I know I saw Derek Smith, Joe Moore, maybe Ray, maybe Al, maybe Javon went in our team room and picked up a few pieces of trash. So I'm just proud to see those guys, trying to take care of our place. We have a lot of nice stuff here, nice facilities, and I'm glad to see them take pride in taking care of it.
Fulton increased the lead over Campbell County to 20-0. A 1-yard touchdown run by Albert Johnson. The extra point by Mascara was good. It was a big hole for Albert to run through to get that score.
Yeah, again, guys up front getting after it. And as the game was going on, I kept encouraging the offensive line, like, stay greedy, stay hungry. Don't be satisfied with where we are. Let's continue to get better and let's continue to work, and enjoy this. I hope they're not so so focused on next week that they're not going to enjoy this. This is the kid business, and I want them to spend Saturday and Sunday, enjoying it, and we'll get back to work on Labor Day.
Campbell County hits a field goal right before halftime. It's 20-3 at halftime. You come out in the third quarter pretty quickly. Molden hits Derek Smith, 20-yard touchdown pass, makes it 26-3, and really at that point the game's in control.
Yeah, felt good about that. I didn't like, we snapped the ball over our head on a punt and gave them a short field, and they were able to capitalize. And that was a little bit frustrating because we felt like we could be a little bit more in command going into the first half or into the second half. But being able to execute, I think we got a defensive stop early in the third quarter, and being able to punch it in there was key for us to build even more momentum. And again, the execution was where it needed to be tonight.
At that point, the Falcon defense, I believe, had forced 3 turnovers. And it was all kind of situations. It felt like just you created a pile at the line of scrimmage and a ball comes loose.
Yeah. And again, Coach Brown really stressed this week being in your gap and maintaining your gap, and then having your eyes on your keys. And, we were able to keep them off our linebackers for the most part tonight. Our safeties fitted it well. Yeah, so just an overall, from a defensive game plan standpoint, guys were really bought in and locked in.
The Falcons close out the scoring with 2 touchdown runs by Rajon Womble, 4 yards and 6 yards to close it out to make the final score 39-3. And Womble's a player that kind of gives you a little bit of a change of pace.
Yeah, he's dynamic with the ball in his hands, but he's kind of a tweener. Is he a running back? Is he a receiver? He's got some tools that we like, and we're going to continue to try to make him a weapon for us.
On the game, the Falcons 212 yards rushing, 78 yards passing on 4 of 5 in the air from Molden. The game plan was not to throw it much, but when you did, it was very effective.
Yeah, to be able to you think 4 or 5 isn't a lot, but you think he was 80%, and 2 of his 4 passes went for touchdowns. So, but I think that's definitely indicative of how good our running game was, being able to get Al going, and then being able to play action and set up other things. So, Javon did exactly what we asked him to do tonight. I asked him before pregame meal, I said, "You good with the game plan?" And he said, "Yeah, Coach, I'm good." So, I was excited to hear him being our QB, being excited about what we were trying to do.
Before the game, Travis Ballinger was named the winner of the Xavion Dobson 24 Strong award that we've had for a few years. He'll wear the 24 decal on his helmet throughout the season, and I can think of a no more deserving winner of that award for the Falcons this year.
I like Travis a lot. 1, because he's number 15, but 2, Travis is just steady Eddie. He doesn't say a lot. He just shows up to work and does his job. He's been a joy to coach in this short time that I've been here. But he's just steady Eddie, very unselfish guy. Just wants to do his job and help everybody else do theirs. Glad he's on our team.
And the work of the Xavion Dobson Foundation, keeping his memory alive here at Fulton High School and the Knoxville community, I know it's something that we both feel very strongly about.
Absolutely. And knowing Xavion personally, and just how fun he was to be around, and his smile, and just what he meant to our school and our football program, keeping his legacy alive is definitely important.
Next week, you now turn the page and get ready to face the Halls Red Devils. The first trip for the Falcons to Halls since 1991, and that will be on Friday night. Kind of a unique situation because you've got a holiday on Monday. How does that change your preparation?
Yeah, we'll practice in the morning, and we'll try to go ahead and get our day done that way. Guys should be working on their rides to school right now. But the work needs to be done no matter if you're doing it from, at 3:45 or at 9 a.m. So we'll practice in the morning, and we need a great week of practice. We need a great week of practice.
Halls knocked off Fulton last year 21-0. The Red Devils came up short in overtime to Gibbs tonight in their rivalry game. No doubt about it, this is going to be a big challenge for the Falcons going on the road to Halls.
Absolutely. Coach Hughes has done a phenomenal job from where he was his first year to 8 or 9 wins last season. Those kids are bought in and they play hard for him. It'll be a big challenge for us, and the thing about it is you got to have a great week of practice. You got to be bought in to all the coach speak and the cliches that you can throw out of there. We got to do it this week. It'll be a tough environment. And both teams are coming in 1-1, so I'm excited.
It'll be the Halls Red Devils and the Fulton Falcons next week from Halls High School, and we'll have the broadcast for you here on WKCS Radio. Fulton tonight wins over the Campbell County Cougars by the final score of 39-3. Coach Long, once again, congratulations on win number 1, and may there be many more.
Many more, yes, sir. Let's do it.
So for everyone here at WKCS Radio and Television, we want to thank Nicholas Slagle, who's our technical director, Robert Sheffield in the WKCS Radio studio. Until we talk to you again next time as the Falcons take on the Halls Red Devils, this is Russell Mays for the head coach of the Fulton Falcons, Justin Long, saying thanks for watching Fulton After Dark.